Vítam pri ďalšej časti videí z hry Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Naposledy som si prehľadával tu na tú peknú mŕtvolku pri kozube a teraz si pôjdem zobrať môjho obľúbeného stopovacieho čokla Tobyho. Dám mu oňuchať jeden kúsok povrazu a snáď niečo vystopuje, ale aj tak ešte predtým sa prejdem tu na v tej záhrade. Možno nájdem niečo aj bez Tobyho. No to je nejaká studňa. Tam určite hodili to striebro. Nedá sa na to kliknúť? Nedá. Čakaj, ísť nechcem. Ešte, aby som chodil. Kto tu chodil a čítať sem? No tak to vyzerá, že bez toho Tobyho tu asi nespravíme nič. Asi je to tak spravené, proste musím pre ňo ísť a on tu niečo objaví. Daj sa dovnútra. Toto možné. No fakt budem si pre toho Tobyho. Sa nedá tu vôbec nič objaviť. Tak keď sa dostali dovnútra? Že tá že liezli cez okno. Cez jaké okno? Veď tie okná sú všetky len také oné. To sa nedá otvoriť. To je blbosť. Ale ako vošiel do miestnosti? Kade? Cez francúzske okno videla muža, ktorý vošiel do miestnosti, ale jak vošiel do miestnosti? Kade? Cez dvere? Mám to zamykať. Francúzske okno. No, to je ale strát. Čo tu vlastne robí? Čo nejdeš do oného?
I've searched outside for footprints without any luck. I've searched outside for footprints without any luck.
No dobre, tak nič, ideme pre Tobyho a čo to tam ešte mám spraviť? Dialóg. S kým sa o tomto rozpráva? Čo jedine sa je to žensko, s nikým iným. Takže s ňou sa o tom nedá rozprávať. No.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Your ladyship?
Hej, a nehali tam otáčky prosto na tých oných pohárov a všetko.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Ja už fakt neviem, čo tá ženská ešte čo povypráva.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Mhm. A dobre, či aj tí teraz sú to akože zapletení, ale nie tak ako, že sme prišli kradnúť, ale že boli objednaní na vraždu.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Dostali strieborný ony ako odmenu a to...
Please leave my Mary alone.
Teraz si sa zbaviť sa museli, no. Teraz majú dom, majú všetko, majú pokoj. No uvidíme. Jak sa toto vyvrbí. Ahoj, mám pre teba robotu. Že vzít. Čo mám jesť? No bojok a ideme. Čo aký vzít?
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibres at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Mačetou. No toto nebude čistý res.
The fibres from this cut appear to be different.
To bolo niečo veľmi ostré. Cvak.
The fibres from this cut
To
appear
nie,
to be
to je
different.
to určite niečo iné. Máš tu, no už jasne. Šmik.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
No. Uvidíme. Niekto odvisne. To by poď. Mám pre teba robotu.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case. I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is...
Naše vodstva si mehali doma.
Search, Toby.
Search and destroy. No, to je stopa. Čakaj. Ja som Toby? Aj hryzem a šekám, alebo nie? Strašné čosi. Stopa. Šmaja, to. Čakaj, sa mi to tu stratilo. A tam je volačo. Aha, to ide von. Tam si radšej toto, však toto sa mám kúkať. Sa si zatáča s autom. Utekať môžeme, no aspoň, že volačo. Jasné, sem nás to vedie do tej búdy. Čakať? Nie. Čmuchať.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Asi radšej... Aha, dobre. Čakaj. Potom išli tadeto. Čo naspäť?
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Všetko tu pochodili, zabili tam človeka, potom tu prechádzali, nie?
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
No, už aspoň viem, čo to je francúzske okno. To sú dvere.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Áno. Za odmenu môžeš ocikať tento strom. Môžem sa vráť domov, hej? No, dobre, a čo teraz?
This hook might be useful.
Toľko veci preskúmať, 4 až. Pytle, bedna, jedna, druhá, tretia.
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty. This old... Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest.
Tak potom prečo mi to označujete?
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Tam bez treba, nie? Dobre. To bolo všetko?
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved. This old suitcase. Small gardening. Bags. Bag.
No čo tá panička z Austrálie tu všetko prevádzala, keď jej muž nebol doma? No, čo to tam je dole? Striebro.
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
No čo s tým? Jaj! Haha.
Silverware.
Jasné.
This is hardly a coincidence.
To je dobrá ona toto.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Odtiaľ zobrali vreco, tuto to hodili. No. To sa mi prestáva páčiť toto. Haha, ak sa mi to všetko spojilo. No, ktorého si ona najala na vraždu. No, toto bude povraz. Už to vidíme. Aj. No, dobre, to je všetko. Toto miesto, kade prešli, to asi nebude skúmať, respektíve prešiel. On je dotyčný. Počkať.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The intruder's...
No dobrá, čo teraz? Mám na ňu pritlačiť, alebo čo? Nebude nadšená. Jaj, no. Dobre zistiť oné. Môže zistiť...
Brave Toby.
No, na tej lodi vtedy bolo všetko, no ale to ďakujem pekne. Watson.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
No? Už sa vám to kráti.
Please leave.
Už sa vám to kráti.
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
Kde je oný? Pomocník môj, kde je? Kde zmizol Watson? Dobre. Aj z podozrelých námorníkov, no to som vedavý ako. Aj Watson nebol s nami, on bol doma, aha. No dobre. Nebol by s nami, lebo s nami bol pes. A so mnou môže ísť len jeden, no ja nemôžu ísť. To je zvláštne. Každopádne.
What should we do next, Holmes?
No, neviem.
Brave.
Tá je vytrvalá. No. Čakaj na tlaku poštu. Dopisy. No. Proskovať 1893. 1893. Príjazd lodí. Nákladná loď. Adelaide, Southampton,
Here it is.
No z toho som nejak moc nie múdry. Čo mám ísť do tej budovy sa pozrieť tam?
The shipping company The Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I
Sure,
need a
tell me.
register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Zaplať. Coś tu jesteś.
I left it right on the table for you, sir.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
No.
And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Ani jednej ani nepasuje dátum.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is... This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
No dobre, čiže za to vráti 7. listopad. Toto ťažko, lebo títo prišli až 12. do Anglicka, tak to nemohli byť oni. Čo sa odtiaľ z Londýna mali v októbri, vyšli v januári, to je nič. V novembri boli preč. Odtiaľ z Londýna 10. listopadu, no to znamená, že 7. bol tu. To je Skála Boss. Takže jedine toto. Bo tí 10. odchádzali, to znamená 7. tu boli. Takže kto Jack Cocker, ten tu je, kapitán rovno. S kapitánom si začala. No, pekne, pekne.
This list shows the... Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
No, ten asi neodpluje.
This list shows the senior...
No, čo, ešte niekto?
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime.
No?
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
No čo, to všetko, nie? Však nikto iný. Počkaj, ja musím nájsť všetkých?
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
No, musím nájsť všetkých, a na čo? Však podľa toho príchodu a odchodu jedine tento to mohol byť. Aj, vy ste tiež tetkáči, však...
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a... This officer is... This op... This officer is... This op... Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
No dobre. Teraz ja ho mám hľadať. Pošli po kokera z kota hento malého. Mám poslať.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him. Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Čo mu slúbil?
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why. You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her, from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You? And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
No.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
No, tak sa mi zdá, že Sherlock vie niečo, čo ja neviem. Nič nám z toho ne... No. Vrajme, kapitán. No, neviem, že by tam bol on tedy s ňou a pili tam víno a on ich načapal, však to je sprostosť. Teda by nemala návštevu vo vlastnom dome. To mi nejako nejde moc do hlavy. No, vyskúšame ho zatknúť, čo to spraví.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Môžem sa si zastreliť? Čo je šiši? Nie. Akože som sa ide zastreliť, on sa seba chce
Should have
zastreliť.
let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
Čo ja viem? Necháme ho tak. To bolo dobre, keď Hentingson akože tak všelijako zahodil a ochránil pred súdom a pred výkonom trestu, tak tohto tiež by som mal, však v podstate neurobil nič zlého, keď sa to tak vezme. On zabil jedného násilníka, alkoholika. Uvidíme, jak to skončí. Je to... Prizná sa, je to čestný chlap.
Right away.
To by bolo škoda.
did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailors' knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear. And it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night. Inspector,
Tak inšpektor ten zožere všetko.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Čiže takých tam beha po ulici kopa. Po budov. No dobre. Už keď som ten Samaritán, tak som Samaritán. No dobre. Svedomitý vyšetrovateľ. Svetožiaru na hlavu za chvíľu. Dráma v Kew Gardens. Dobre, ale to už si dáme až na budúce. Toto už by bolo v jednom videu, 3 prípady. To už by bolo trošku moc. Čo vlastne? A nie 3, 2. Tak aspoň o čom to je, no. Trošku navnadiť na budúce video.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Dobrovoľne si celý byt zahodí včelami. No, paráda. Nejaký dlhý loading toto už. Sa mi nelúbi to, kam idú. Na druhý koniec Anglicka.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes, of course.
What are we doing, Holmes?
Let us find someone who could help us.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens, and that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No. But I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
No, rád sa zoznámim s Miss White.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house?
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
No prosím, máme tu hneď aj mŕtvolku. Dobre. Takže toto si dáme už na budúce, lebo už toho mám aj ja dosť. Ja teraz sa s tým tak ponáhľam, nie je tých prípadov toľko až, myslím, že 6, to je tuším, neviem, 4. už. A 5. dokonca. Dobre, takže ďakujem za pozornosť a uvidíme sa zase niekedy na budúce. Bye bye.